2023 is over and a new year has begun. You probably have a whole list of New Year's resolutions, such as going to the gym and shrinking that inner tube, which has gotten more enormous thanks to all the Christmas cooking you shoved down your pie hole. And you probably swore to treat your family and friends a lot better. Well, you can add one more New Year's resolution to your list. Hi, SA here, and when I'm not sounding like a complete knucklehead on the computer, I'm also a published author, and I have a deal for you. Remember to get your copy of Glitch, a precarious duo, and its sequel, Glitch, The Future is Unwritten. You can get them on either Kindle or paperback. Both are available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other fine bookstores. The links are down below in the description. You will enjoy this crime thriller tale of a kidnapped teen model and a reluctant jewel thief who are on the run from the law while on the treadmill at the gym. And I'm not just some one-hit wonder either. I have more books coming down the pike, so as long as I don't die in my sleep. Stuart? Stuart? You'll see those other books too. Now let's get back to the video. Hello again, SA here. Anyone who is familiar with the Second World War probably knows what was going on in its waning days. Indeed, Niall Ferguson, in his great book, Civilization, he wrote that World War II ended in 1943. And of course, right now you're saying, wait, what? Yes, let me get to the point. He said that in 1943, Germany lost the strategic initiative. And after that, it was just a slow wind down to its inevitable defeat. And yet, the Germans continued to fight all the way through to 1945, when the Red Army finally kicked in the door of the Reichstag and basically took over Berlin. However, in those waning 2 years, the old Nazi state was just falling apart at the seams. It's all kinds of backbiting and dissension happening in the ranks. And people such as Goering and Himmler were dismissed because Hitler decided they were disloyal. And various generals were basically surrendering left, right, and center as soon as they were confronted by either the Allied forces or the Soviets. Indeed, in the aftermath of the Battle of Stalingrad, the German general who's in charge of the German forces there, he was made a field marshal on the spot by Hitler. Why? Because supposedly up to that point in German history, no German field marshal had ever surrendered. And thus, Hitler expected the guy to, do one of those numbers. But the guy didn't do it. Apparently he gotten used to the idea of breathing. So he just simply surrendered. And Hitler was supposedly enraged afterwards. But of course, as we all know, Hitler himself ended up blowing his head off in the bunker, since he refused to surrender as well. And he wasn't the only one. Goebbels, he did the same thing. Killed all his kids, and he and his wife also took a lead injection, if you know what I mean. and the other big Nazis, they all basically ran for the hills. Indeed, to this day, no one knew what happened to the head of the Gestapo. Yeah, the guy disappeared in 1945. No blood, no bodies, nothing. Same thing with Bormann, Hitler's personal secretary. He vanished as well. No blood, no body, nothing. And before you even think, oh, they managed to escape, no, the general presumption those guys are probably died during the Battle of Berlin. They just never found the bodies. Hey, it happens. Because to this day, they're still digging up old German tanks at the bottom of various lakes all over Eastern Europe. True, you can look it up. Things that have been sitting there for 60, 70, 80 years now, and no one knew they were sitting there until some random scuba diver happened to go into some damn lake in Austria and find some damn Tiger tanks in at the bottom of the lake. So there you go. But anyway, this video is not really about Nazi Germany. No, it's not. But anyway, this is about what's going on here and now. Because right now, the globalist empire, the collective West, it's all falling apart. Now, of course, you probably say, well, what's going on here and now is not the same what's going on in the waning days of Nazi Germany. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. You may think that. You may presume that. But it is. Because right now, as we speak, the knives are out in Kiev between Zelensky and Zaluzny. And if you don't know who those two knuckleheads are, one is the military chief and one's the president. The president has gotten fed up with Zaluzny and wants him gone. Zaluzny, being a obstinate son of a bitch, says, fuck you, make me. Now, of course, you say, well, in normal circumstances, if a president wants to fire his military head, he should, right? Yeah. And the fact that this guy refuses to go, that clearly shows that you're dealing with insubordination of the highest caliber. And obviously a breakdown in the command structure. So much so that old wicked witch herself, no, not that one, the other one, Victoria Nuland, got on her broom and flew out there to Kiev to try talk these clowns down. Will she succeed? Maybe not. And then, right now, as we speak, something else is happening right here in our own borders. Because James O'Keefe, guy who used formerly with Project Veritas, now with the O'Keefe Media Group, he just recently posted a video showing, let's just say this, the knives are out in the White House too. And you say, what? Yeah, that's right. Apparently, there's a lot of DNC types as well as longtime staffers, aka the deep state, who basically said that they want to remove Joe Biden. They want to definitely remove Cackling Harris, but they're trapped. They can't. Why? Because unlike the damn 1969 New York Mets, they have no one else on the roster to bring up to the batting mound. And then, of course, you probably say, well, what about old Gruesome Newsom? Are you kidding me? He's not as popular as you might think. Nah, only people who probably like Gruesome Newsom is his hairstylist. Yeah, the guy, he has excellent hair. You can't deny that. But according to James O'Keefe, he interviewed somebody surreptitiously who worked on the White House staff. Indeed, this guy worked in the cybersecurity division. And you say, well, oh, that guy, no, he's an egghead. Wait for it. He's not just an egghead. the guy admitted that he actually worked with the senior staff, including the chief of staff inside the White House. So there you go. And he said that, yeah, these people want to get rid of Joe Biden, but they can't because they have no one to put up there. And then, wait for it, he said that they thought about Michelle Obama. But Michelle Obama, according to him, said emphatically, no way, Jose, I don't want the job. Don't even ask me, get away from me. And why does she don't want the job? Because apparently she saw what happened to her husband Barack, and she said, I don't want to go through that. Get premature gray hair and wrinkles and damn suitcase will make my eyeballs. No, fuck you. And then they said that they can't just simply force Biden out and give it to Kathleen Harris because she is about as popular as Ebola. So there you go. And in fact, they said she's so unpopular, staffer. She said that Kathleen Harris is so unpopular that even black folks who work for the White House don't want to be around her. That's pretty bad. I mean, that's really bad. I mean, that's level of R. Kelly level of disapproval. Yeah, because that's not to make people like R. Kelly. Yeah, and after what he got caught doing. But anyway. And then, of course, you have Netanyahu. Yeah, of the yeah, apparently there's a lot of people in Tel Aviv right now who want to get rid of him. And you say, but did they vote for him? Yeah, but hey, people make mistakes. It happens. But yeah, people in his own cabinet saying that Netanyahu's totally falling down the job. And then you'll probably say, but isn't that... Now, of course, people who know Yahoo say that, wait a second, isn't he a war hawk? Yeah. And so is George W. And George W. wasn't that smart. And apparently people are beginning to realize neither is Netanyahu. Because he totally shit the bed with this damn mess in Gaza. First, he fell asleep at the wheel when the damn jihadis attacked. And now he's totally screwing up the damn revenge attacks. I mean, how much, I mean, what does it take to dig a bunch of scumbags hiding in tunnels underneath Gaza City? I mean, like, really, dude? I mean, all you do is just pump a bunch of damn noxious gas in those damn tunnels. Those guys be running out of there like rats from a sinking ship. But apparently he doesn't want to do that, and all he's doing is just dropping bombs on all the wrong people. Yeah, don't believe me? Talk to the damn people who run the medical facilities in Gaza. They said they got so many dead bodies from all the damn civilian casualties that are happening that they don't know where to put them anymore. That's pretty bad. And then of course we have the mess going on with the Houthis and by extension the Iranians. And you say, oh, we've been arguing with those knuckleheads for years. Yeah, well, it's getting pretty bad now. Because if you've been paying attention, you know that somebody, we don't know who, but somebody dropped a bomb on a U.S. military base on the Jordanian-Syrian border. And then you say, what the fuck were our soldiers doing there? Don't rightly know, but they were. And somebody sent in a drone in there and dropped a bomb on them. Killed 3 of them and I think wounded like 30. Yeah. So someone obviously was a pretty good shot. And of course, all the neocons, like old Lindsey Graham, is accusing the Iranians, said we gotta attack Iran, and said we gotta bomb Iran, we gotta drop a bomb right down the smokestack of the Grand Ayatollah's house and let him see how he likes it. But at least more level-headed people are saying, hold on, wait a minute, let's find out who actually did this first, because now there's whispering that maybe it wasn't the Iranians at all. Because Clayton Morris, yeah, he talked to Scott McGregor. Scott Ritter. Sorry, I got the 2 names confused. Yeah, Scott Ritter. Scott Ritter said it probably wasn't the Iranians. Because he said whoever did it was really sloppy about it. And he said the Iranians, when it comes to drone tech, They're very, very good. And he mentioned what happened in Ibril, where the Iranians fired a missile from Iranian territory and it landed right on top of the house that was being used as a Mossad station. And according to Ritter, they hit who they were aiming to hit. Apparently, the Mossad agent who was there, and along with his family, no less, all got and the American embassy, which was just down the street, no joke. Oh, they heard the rattling from the explosion, but guess what? That was about it. So yeah, they said that the Iranians, when they want to kill somebody, they can be very, very precise. So the fact that this happened out there in the middle of the damn Jordanian Syrian frontier with our soldiers, Ritter thinks it probably wasn't the Iranians. He thinks it was maybe some random Arab group, maybe ISIS, who probably did it. And I'm thinking, yeah, knowing those knuckleheads, I wouldn't be surprised if it was them. And yet you got too many stupid people on our side of the fence that say, yes, let's go attack the damn people in Tehran because why? I don't know. Because they're there. And then finally, are you ready? Apparently, in EU Central, everything's falling apart there too. Because right now, you can go on the damn computer right now and see it. Because the brothers at Duran.com, they mentioned it. They said that apparently after pushing the various farmers in the Netherlands, in Germany, and in France, the people who basically grow your food in Europe have had enough. And now they're pushing back. And according to the Duran, a whole bunch of farmers with their tractors, no less, have basically stormed EU Central. And they're basically blowing their horns with their protest signs and everything and basically saying, hell no, we won't go. And I've seen some of those pictures. And I think that, yeah, those people are hopping mad. And wait for it, they're quietly quitting growing food for the people of Europe. And indeed, they show pictures right now. You can look it up on the Duran.com, showing supermarket shelves in the Netherlands, in France even, and in Germany too, looking like the Soviet Union circle in 1989. In other words, there's no food on the shelf. Yeah, bad. And of course, the problem is these knuckleheads at the damn EU Central, they don't seem to care. They keep talking about we trying to carbon this and carbon that and climate catastrophes and climate catastrophe that, and farmers are putting out way too much greenhouse gas and everywhere to shut down farms. And I'm thinking, dude, where you gonna get your food from if you shut down the farms in Europe, huh? Yeah, not thinking. Then it made these people. Maybe they figured they're just going to pack up and move to another zip code, like maybe the United States or, I don't know, maybe Upper Volta somewhere where the people are still growing food and to just hang out there, where everyone else in Europe starves. And the fact that the farmers are basically, pounding the desk and saying, fuck you, we ain't going. Well, apparently those cons in the EU, they have no choice either to step down or to back down. Now, how all these crises are going to sort themselves out? Well, I don't expect Joe Biden or Victoria Nuland or Zelensky or Yahoo or even, van der Leyen that has the EU go out the way old, Mr. Brush Mustache did, and blowing their brains out. I don't think it'll get that bad. I think these people will just likely just step down and run away with their tail tucked between their legs. And of course, in the case of Joe Biden, he probably got to be wheeled out since that guy, I mean, his brains are just totally dribbling out of his ears from one second to the next. I don't think he's going to make it to the end of the year. And so, yeah, all these people, yeah, I'm pretty certain that they're probably not going to be around by 2025. I think Yahoo's probably going to be gone. He'll probably get kicked out. Zelensky and Zelensky, oh boy, they'll probably end up killing each other, or someone might do it for them, if you know what I mean. All those Azov and Banderites that are still running around Ukraine, yeah, they might punch their tickets for them. The damn EU people, EU Central, like Vanderline, she probably get kicked out. So there you go. And what about ordinary people like you and me? What's going to happen to us? Well, I guess we have to buckle our seatbelt, pull down the damn bracing bar, because we're about to go for a wild ride, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm sorry to say this, as the citizens of Berlin found out, there's no guarantee we're going to survive this ride. Yeah, because if you remember the Battle of Berlin, a lot of civilians did get killed by the time the Nazi regime finally went kaput for good. So yeah, you better hang on to your hats, hang on to your tie, hang on to your wallet, and hang on for dear life, because 2024 is about to kick into 7th gear. And ooh, Nelly, it's going to be a trip. Well, that's all I got to say about what's going on in the here and now. And that's my opinion.